Pros, save more on the materials you need to get the job done, inside and out, at Lowe's. Right now, get 10% off in-stock Trex Naturals decking, now available in more styles. Plus, get 15% off select custom entry, interior, and storm doors. Then, we'll deliver it all straight to your job site to help keep your jobs moving. Get the brands pros trust, priced right, and ready when you need them. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
It's Friday, May 22nd, 2026, and this is the Washington Times front page. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. President Trump said he won't let Iran keep highly enriched uranium, raising a possible sticking point in negotiations toward a peace deal. Tom Howe reports the president drew a firm line on uranium, declaring, "We will get it," during remarks in the Oval Office. Trump, who insists Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, repeated his demand about the uranium hours after a Reuters report said Iranian Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei wants the country's near weapons-grade uranium to remain in Iran. D.C. authorities are bracing for a summer of teen takeovers of public spaces as federal prosecutors consider charging the parents of criminal youths. Matt Delaney reports U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia Jeanine Pirro said she intends to make parents account for their children's crimes. She cited a teen-fueled melee last weekend inside a Chipotle, where viral video footage showed a father shielding his children from the attack. Swarms of teenagers repeatedly caused these incidents this spring. The incidents resulted in arrests connected with robberies, assaults, and at least one shooting, as well as calls for more policing, focused restrictions, and parental responsibility. Spencer Pratt has reinvented himself more than once. Now, Seth MacLachlan writes he's running an insurgent campaign for Los Angeles mayor, leaning hard on still raw frustration over the government's wildfire response and a wider belief that elected leaders never pay a price for their failures. Pratt is shaping up as the ultimate millennial candidate, giving Mayor Karen Bass and the rest of the political establishment a reality check heading into a June 2nd jungle primary, where the top two candidates will advance to the general election. Bass's handling of last year's wildfires in Southern California has become the cornerstone of Pratt's campaign, along with his vow to usher in an era of change and common sense. A top Polish defense official says his country unequivocally possesses the most powerful land army in Europe. Paweł Zaleski tells our John Seward in an exclusive interview that Poland's army is the biggest in NATO on the ground and has the biggest capabilities. Zaleski said Poland is also eager to continue investing in its own defense industry and also working to deepen ties with U.S. defense manufacturing companies. The U.S. is sending an additional 5,000 troops to Poland, reversing a recent decision to cancel certain deployments to Europe. Ukraine is considering legalizing private military companies to turn the country's experience of modern warfare into an export business. In a dispatch from Kyiv, Guillaume Patak reports President Volodymyr Zelensky said he instructed the government to draft legislation allowing the creation of Ukrainian private military companies. The goal, Zelensky said, is to turn Ukraine's security export into a real economic opportunity and outlet for veterans after the war. The idea is politically sensitive. Ukraine isn't talking about legalizing private armies within the country. Rather, the framework would create state-regulated companies registered in Ukraine and authorized to provide certain military, security, and training services abroad. And finally, Harvard will cap A grades at 20% of undergraduates starting in the fall of 2027 in an effort to tame grade inflation. In a story from Sean Salai, faculty members voted 458 to 201 to approve the grade cap. Harvard will limit A's to 20% of students in each course starting in fall 2027, with up to 4 additional A's given at the professor's discretion. Harvard's faculty also voted 498 to 157 to use internal percentile rankings rather than grade point averages to determine future undergraduate awards and honors. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.
When people turn to telehealth for weight loss, they're looking for real support. That's why more people are choosing OrderlyMeds.com. Orderly Meds connects you with real doctors and access to proven GLP-1 medications like semaglutide and tirzepatide. No guessing, just a more supportive experience, and all shipped directly to your door in discreet packaging. Do your research, ask questions, then visit OrderlyMeds.com/podcast for an exclusive offer. That's OrderlyMeds.com/podcast. Individual results may vary, not medical advice. Eligibility required. See site for details.